All right, welcome back to Clark County High School here in Grove Hill, Alabama. Todd Morris with you on the Bulldog Radio Network. And we sit down here with Coach UMS right head football coach Terry Curtis for our pregame interview. And, Coach, we're 3-0. That's the good news, but I still think you'd say it's a work in process.
Well, you know, you hate to say you started out slow or whatever, but we have started out slow, you know, and that's not unusual, especially when you got three new offensive linemen. And I'm talking about offensively mainly.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
we got three new offensive linemen. We got a new quarterback. And when you have those things, you know, I think it's going to be kind of slow as far as getting to the speed of the game, getting, you know, learning and so forth. And, you know, what we're making, it's like I told the team this week, we're making way too many mistakes. But most of them are fixable. It'd be a problem if you looked out there at some problems and you look around and say, well, you know, ain't nothing we can do about this.
Yeah.
But at least they're fixable. They're motion penalties. They're blocking the wrong guy. They're not getting your head on the right side on a trap block or bad snap here and there. So all of them, for the most part, are fixable. And we had a good week's practice. I thought one of probably the toughest weeks we've had.
Yeah.
As far as correcting a lot of these things. We had like 4 motion penalties, you know, 2 of them by running back. So those are things you got to avoid. You know, you're going to make enough mistakes in the game without having those kind of 5-yard penalties.
So Simon gets his 100 yards last week against Williams. That's a good sign. We've talked about it all the time. We got to run the ball. And as you say, those new offensive linemen getting the swing of things, really getting the hang of it. And I think that's just a positive note here as we reach the middle of the season already.
Well, it's kind of like you said, Simon last week for the first time, and several other people told me the same thing, looked more like old Simon.
Right.
And, you know, when we talked about starting off slow, you know, he had surgery on his toe. He was out all spring. He was out most of the summer. So he wasn't in playing shape yet.
Yep.
So even though he's a senior, started off slow.
Yep.
But he looked a little bit more, he had a little more burst. And look a little more like old Simon last week. So, you know, that's good to see.
So the defense can't be too upset about their effort. We're only giving up 14 points here in the first three games. You know, we talked a little bit a couple weeks ago. We looked after having the week off, we looked a little disoriented a little bit, but things I think came back together for us last week. Can't be too upset with the defensive effort.
Well, and again, you know, Jay and I talking, you know, they're still making a lot of mistakes that the ones didn't. The 3 linebackers, they're not playing with their hands. They're losing leverage. They're losing contain a little bit. They're not getting into the right pass zones, which only comes with playing. You know,
right.
You can only do so much in practice and so forth about covering your areas, and we do play a lot of zone defense. So, but you know, we're making up for a lot of that, Todd, like we've always done, playing hard.
Yes.
Our kids have played 3 tough football teams, and they have played hard in all 3 games. So that has made up for a lot of their mistakes just with the effort and all that they've played with.
A road game here tonight in Clark County. They're 1-2 on the season. Veteran coach and Stacy Luker, his 3rd season here at Clark County, probably got this program going in the right direction. Would you agree?
Well, he does. Most of his good players are young.
Yes.
He thinks, in talking to him this week, that he's a year away, but I'm not so sure about that. You know, they're playing for the same thing we are tonight. They win this game, they're 2-1 in the region, just like we would be.
Right.
So it's a big game for both of us. It's on the road again, which is always tough to win. Taking some new guys now into probably the first time really on the road into one of those one-school towns where it's a big deal to those guys, and they're going to put a lot of effort into it, and we've got to go in there and match their effort.
Injury update, anything new?
Well, we got 67 players outside of Jamie Gaston, you know, who broke his leg, I guess, it's been 2 weeks ago. All 66 practice this week. Matty Hill would be back.
Good.
But we found a couple extra players. J-Bo Beck played very well last week, so we're going to kind of move some missing parts. So there will be some guys in some new positions, and we got a little competition now, which is always good.
Always good. All right, Coach, thanks for joining us here on the pregame show. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, UMS Wright looking to extend their winning streak to 23 games tonight here in Grove Hill against Clark County. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back for the opening kickoff in just a minute. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network here on News Radio 710 and NewsRadio710.com.